Hi, it's Jackie with Homemade Perfect. So today's topic is about decluttering, and it's about decluttering our photographs. Photographs are a difficult thing to declutter because we have sentimental value attached to them. So this has been the final leg for me of my decluttering. I've went through my clothes, I've went through my linens, I've went through my cutlery, my pots and pans. I've downsized everything else that I can think of except my photos. So about 10 years ago, I started scrapbooking like many of you, and I have lots of scrapbooking albums. Now, the scrapbooking albums are going to be fine. I'm not touching them because I have I've selectively taken pictures from or prints and creatively put them in the scrapbooking album. What I'm thinking about doing and what I'm doing now is the 12 years prior to when I started having a family, that sort of thing. And it's different jobs that I've had, different places I've lived, travels, things like that. And I've started to go through these albums that I have not looked at in years. And there's just a lot of garbage in there, to be honest. As I'm looking, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. Not important. Not important in where I am today, and it was just a moment, a fleeting moment at the time. So some of the things that are easy to get rid of are like landscaping pictures that have nothing in them and you don't even know really where it was. It was some tree that was really pretty at the time because, you know, it looked really great and the colors were nice, but when you took a picture it never turned out well anyways in your photo. And maybe there's pictures of random people that you hung out with at the time or you worked with and they mean nothing to you today. Those can go. And so I've already went through one album. I have an album here. It holds about 100 photos, and I've taken one of my albums already down to about 20 photos. So I've cut it way in half, and then I've just had loose photos. And what I'm going to do then is I do have photo boxes that I'm going to be putting them in and put them in the year. They're not photos that I want to scrapbook, but I don't want to get rid of them. I also have 3 photo boxes that I've had over the years that when I did scrapbook, I put the extras in there. At some point, once I'm done my albums, I will go through all my photo boxes and delete, throw out what's not important on that. I have 2 big Rubbermaid tubs and I want to get it down to about half, like a quarter of the amount. And because that's all I'll want to probably keep. So I know when we moved my mom about 2 years ago into a senior's home, she took a few of her albums, but there were tens, there was probably 30 albums and lots of random pictures. And pictures, she didn't even know who these people were, what it meant. It didn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything to us kids. So at some point, I know somebody will have to go through all those albums that are still put in storage for whatever reason. So do yourself a favor and go through your albums. You know, grab a glass of wine, a cup of coffee, whatever you prefer, and sit down once a week and just one evening go through your photos and decide, important, not important. When we do that, when we make these little steps towards defining our lives and keeping what's important in them, we actually free ourselves from a lot of chaos, and it actually feels really great. I felt awesome when I could throw that album in the garbage and kept a few of the important ones. Anyways, happy decluttering. You won't regret it.